Welcome everyone. Myself Ms. Shubhra Bhende from Government College of Arts, Science and Commerce, KEPM. Course title Molecular Biology and Genetic Engineering. Title of the unit Application of Genetic Engineering. Module name Pest Resistant Bt Cotton, Herbicide Resistant Plant, Roundup Ready Soybean. Outline of the module Application of Genetic Engineering, Pest Resistant Bt Cotton and herbicide resistant plants. Learning outcomes recalls the application of genetic engineering, describes pest resistant Bt cotton, describes herbicide resistant soybean, understands the advantages of Bt cotton. Applications of genetic engineering. Now genetic engineering is performed to get transgenic plants. These are the plants wherein we introduce the type of gene we want. For example, if we want to increase the yields or to get some tolerance, that is resistance to any particular organism or insect, these are the traits we introduce into the plants and those plants are called as transgenic plant. Now in the other modules you must have studied about which are the methods wherein this genetic engineering is performed or the genes are being introduced to get transgenic plant. One of the most commonly used method include agrobacterium mediated gene transfer and gene gun mediated gene transfer, wherein the process is more or less same or the aim of both the methods is to introduce the foreign gene into the plant cell to get specific results. So, one of the very important application of genetic engineering is to get transgenic plant with desirable traits. Now in the next slide we will see some of the examples wherein the traits are being or the DNA, foreign DNA is being inserted to get specific results. The first one is pest resistant Bt cotton. Now what is Bt cotton? It is bacterium Bacillus thuringiensis. This bacterium was known to produce crystalline proteins which are known as endotoxin. These endotoxin used to kill a specific group of insects which belong to the order Lepidoptera. Initially these crystalline proteins were used as insecticides. So they were sprayed or dusted onto the crop plants to prevent the crops from the insects which belong to the order Lepidoptera. Now initially they were sprayed as insecticide. Later on, as the technology advanced, scientists thought that they can, if it is possible to introduce this gene from the bacterium Bacillus thuringiensis into the plant itself. So the need for to spray the insecticide or this pesticide, it will be reduced. So also the time will be saved. So the scientists introduced this crystalline protein, genes for crystalline proteins into the plant cell from the bacterium to provide a new trait which will give built-in resistance, that is insect resistance to the plant. Thereby it acted as a biopesticide. And these plant wherein the new trait, that is of crystalline proteins, is being introduced, those plants were called as Bt cotton because the gene was from the bacterium Bacillus thuringiensis and the plant name was cotton. Now the mode of action of crystalline proteins. How do these crystalline protein works? When the larvae of the insects, they start to feed on the leaves. When they attack the plant on their leaves, the crystalline proteins and the spores, they were ingested by the larvae, and when they used to reach the gut region where the conditions are highly favorable for the crystalline proteins to work, that is highly alkaline conditions are present in the gut of the larvae. So when these toxins used to reach there, they used to get activated because of the gut enzyme. The gut enzymes are favorable for their activation, and once the protein used to get activated, they used to bind to the receptors as you can see in this particular image. Subsequently, they used to get inside the membranes, thereby causing the leakage of important ions and small molecules. Because of these leakage, midgut membrane used to get damaged, and once the midgut membrane used to get damaged, the larvae were not able to feed any more on the leaves. So this used to lead to starvation or septicemia. So eventually the larvae used to die within 24 hours since they are not able to feed anymore. So due to starvation or septicemia, the larvae used to die within 24 hours. So it is not used to attack the plant that much, because once they feed on one particular leaf, soon the crystalline proteins were activated and they used to form toxins and act on the larvae. Now what are the advantages of Bt cotton? Now transgenic technology, it provides an alternative method for control of the insect pest, thereby avoiding the need of synthetic pesticides which used to be sprayed by the humans, and they are also chemicals, so they are harmful for the plant life itself. Though they are protecting the plant, they are also harming the plant. This is not only lower the production cost, but also it used to keep a check on environmental pollution. Proteins are not harmful to the other insects like silkworms and butterflies. Though butterfly also belong to the order Lepidoptera, they used to not attack on that particular class of insect. There were specific larvae, only those were getting affected by the crystalline proteins and not the other beneficial organisms. Now Bt cotton opened the door for economically important crops such as rice, maize, potato, tomato, etc. to become resistant to various biotic stresses. Apart from pest resistant, there are different types of stresses, biotic stresses as well as abiotic stresses, wherein you can introduce the gene. Now the next example is herbicide resistant plant, that is Roundup Ready soybean. Now what is herbicide resistant? It is an inherited ability of an individual plant species to survive a herbicide application that would kill a normal plant of the same species. Now this does not say that the herbicide is of poor performance, but it reflects that the plant has got some resistance to that particular chemical. Usually we see that when we grow any crop variety, there are weeds which reduce the crop yield by competing for all the factors, for example light, water and nutrients. So people used to spray herbicides, for example glyphosate, which was commercially available as Roundup. It was called as Roundup herbicide. It was a broad spectrum herbicide which was used to kill the weeds. Now this glyphosate, how does it act on weeds? It acts by inhibiting an amino acid biosynthetic enzyme which is called as 5-enopyruvyl shikimate 3-phosphate synthase. This is an intermediate enzyme which is required for the production of amino acids such as leucine, tryptophan and tyrosine. These are the amino acids which are required for the plant body in different ways. So if this intermediate is stopped or altered, then these amino acids will not be produced. Eventually it is going to affect the plant metabolism and thereby killing it. So the transgenic crops were developed by introducing this modified gene which encodes for an enzyme that is resistant to the effects of glyphosate. So if the glyphosate was sprayed on the crop variety also, it was not affecting the enzyme EPS-PS. That is, we have seen how it is glyphosate used to affect that particular enzyme. So in soybean there was a gene which was encoding for an enzyme that was resistant to the effects of glyphosate. Thus the field transgenic crops could be sprayed with glyphosate because the normal crop plants consist of the gene wherein it was producing an enzyme that was resistant to the effects of glyphosate. So, only weeds were getting killed because glyphosate was acting on the enzyme, that is 5-enopyrovyl shikmate 3-phosphate synthase. Now, the advantages of Roundup Ready soybean. It has greatly improved a farmer's ability to control weeds because manually removing weeds is really time consuming and labor expensive. So, since glyphosate could be sprayed in the fields without harming the crops, it was making a great help to the farmer. These are some of the references where more information on the herbicide resistance and pest resistance can be provided. Thank you.